Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-Fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go, go, go get it.
Good evening and welcome to the Chick-fil-A Douglas Coaches Show. I'm Matt Peavy, and for everybody that's in our dining room, welcome. You're watching this live and listening to us live. And for all you who are watching online, we encourage you via Douglas Now, YouTube, be sure to go and share this on Facebook and share it with all your friends and family, whether you're watching live now or just share it afterwards. But we're excited to be here. Tonight we're here going to be talking football. We've got another special guest with us from CCA, our local private school, to talk about some accomplishments that's going on there. So we just got a great show in store for you tonight, and we're walking into this show, Coach, 7-0, 2-0 in region play, right? 2-0 in region play, number one ranked still in 5A. Just a lot of good things going on. We're still breaking or getting close to breaking records out there. So congratulations to you. Traveled. The conditions were terrible Friday night. It was rainy and just kind of nasty all over the state. But you guys were able to come out with a victory Friday. I was looking back at some of the stats, and of course you're going to break down the game beautifully like you always do. But Fred Brown, 13 carries for 166 yards with 3 touchdowns, which if our stats are right, Mr. Robert Preston shared them with me, he's 160 yards away from breaking the Coffee County all-time rushing record within a season. So we're excited about that. And then we seen Anthony Paulk having a tremendous game defensively, where I think he had like 3 tackles and an interception. But offensively, he had a 65-yard touchdown run, a total of 72 yards, and then he caught 1 pass for 14, and he had a kick return. Yep. So it's good to see Anthony getting in on that. And defensively, Jai had another turnout with 13 tackles. So it was just a great performance all around. So talk to us about your point of view from Friday night.
Well, you know, we went in the half winning 28-0, and you know, I told him at halftime, I'm not going to go off on you and act a fool. I mean, we're past that point, you know. It's 28-0, and we don't feel like we've played very well. Yeah. It was hard to get in a rhythm offensively because every time, you know, we would pop a play, we would have a holding call, or we would have something that would bring us back, you know, and you know, they got some good individual players. That number one they have at quarterback, I mean, he's as fast as anybody in the country, you know, and so it wasn't like, you know, we could just go over there and flop around and not play hard and play well. And I felt like we played hard. It was just hard to get in a rhythm offensively, but I was proud of how we finished, you know, the second quarter and got up 28-0. I was proud of how we didn't retaliate, you know, at times. You know, their big defensive end that's committed to Colorado, he got ejected for he punched Braden, you know, drilled him, and then he stomped on Range. I mean, stomped him, and I mean, Range got a black and blue eye right now, and that's what got him ejected. You know, but neither one of those guys retaliated, and it wound up being 30 yards worth of penalties after that second touchdown. So we're kicking off from the plus 30. Yeah. Well, there's no need to kick it out of the end zone. You know, you're only gaining 10 yards. So, truthfully, we were going to start the game with an onside kick, and it didn't look real good Thursday practice, so I told them just scratch it. And I said, well, here's our opportunity. You know, if we don't get it, they're going to get the ball on the 20 anyway. So James executed it, and we got some guys in the way there, and the ball bounced around, and then Tyrese Hansley recovered it, and that kind of got us going, you know, and got our juices flowing, and we scored. I think Fred might have scored 2 plays later, and then we came back and hit Range, faked outside zone to Fred, and then faked a reverse to Ant. You know, and Range was standing there by himself in the end zone, and kind of got Maurice settled and going, you know. But defensively, man, I mean, I'm telling you, it don't matter what you put those guys in. They're going to go out there and bow their neck, and they don't think people are going to score on them. And, you know, we had a high punt snap, and they got the ball. It was only 7-0 at the time, and they got the ball shoot, I think, about the 30-yard line. Next thing you know, about 2 or 3 plays later, they're back at the 50. Yeah. You know, because our defense is going to go out there and execute and compete and do what they do. And, you know, other than the bad snap, you know, Jonah was 7 for 7 with extra points. And that is big time. You know, I've probably lost a state championship or 2 because we didn't have a kicker at times. And to have Jonah, and just extra points.
Yeah.
So many games are so close, a point here and a point there. And to know, Jaden Vester was our special teams player of the week. And the reason he got it, his snaps, extra points, field goals have been unbelievable all year long, and it just gives you great confidence in your kicking game. And then James, he struggled a little bit kicking off, but he's done really, really well since we put him in there and started kicking off. And Mikhail's done a great job punting. So we are very fortunate to have the snappers we have, the punters, the kickers we have, the returners we have. Tyreek hadn't popped one in the end zone on punt return yet, but he catches the ball.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a shank, But if it's anywhere near him, he goes and catches that football and saves us so much yardage. Because when that ball lands, who knows where it's going to go. But most of the time, when you don't catch it, football guys are going to reward the punt team, and they're going to gain yards. So, the other night he went and caught the ball. He fair caught it one time, but other times he caught it and got 8 or 10 yards. That's a first down.
Yep.
And then it increases your chances of scoring big time offensively. So, I tell you all the time, and it sounds cliche, but our football team is very complimentary of each other. And I think they get that and they understand that. It's just like Ant, and our coaches get it too, We still Ant at practice, we still Tyreek at practice, we still Hancock at practice for moments there, and we just slide them in there on offense and get their reps, and then they go back to defense, or they might stay after practice and get extra tackles on the one-man sled, to be able to do that, you've got to have high football IQ guys, and Anthony Paulk is one of the highest football IQ guys I've ever had. Tyreek Edwards is, Jaden Hancock. We got a bunch of them, I can't remember what coach I was talking to today about the defense, but at every level of our defensive line, Lorenzo Harvey is the guy that makes the call. He makes the move calls for when those guys stem and move. That's not an easy thing to do. He's really, really good at it, And then the guy you're fixing to talk to, Pooh Williams, he's played so much in there at linebacker. He has great eyes, and he's never in the wrong spot.
Right.
He's always where he's supposed to be. It's nothing spectacular. It's just solid. You know exactly what you're going to get with him every day and every Friday, and that's what you want as a coach. You don't want up and down. That joker's solid, and all those linebackers are. Jai had 13 tackles, but that joker's football smart. You're not going to throw a screen on Jai Carter. You're not going to do it because I think they threw it 5 times, same screen, and he made the tackle all 5 times.
That's great.
And he's got a feel. And then secondary, all those guys played so much last year together. It's probably the best secondary that I've ever had as far as communicating. I think they blown one coverage all year long. That second play against Bainbridge, And other than that, they're always where they're supposed to be. They cover well. They'll come down physical and tackle. And all 5 of those guys are interchangeable. They can play all 5 spots. And so that's a good. It's not an issue, but that's really good to have that, to be so flexible defensively. And then offensively, again, I think team-wise, we had 27 carries for 300 and some yards rushing. And we'll continue, man. We're working hard at throwing the ball. The conditions were not great, but it's the same conditions for the other team, and it might be raining like that every Friday from here on out. And you got to be able to execute, whether it's raining or the ball's slick or whatever. And we had a really great day today. We threw the ball a lot. Just trying to get Maurice back in rhythm. And that was only his second game back, and he only played a half, really, against Bradwell. So, I believe in Maurice Hansley. I always will. He's a competitor. I told you last week it don't matter. He can be 13 for 13 or over 13. He's the same dude, and that's what you want out of your quarterback. And he'll continue to get better and better, and we'll continue to, incorporate Ant and those guys back in there. And then we're about to get Pat McCall back, our starting slot receiver, who, had a little bit of MCL, but he's been doing what he's supposed to with his rehab. And Dr. Barber checked him at halftime, said, Coach, his knee is getting tight, and so he actually got in the pool today and did some rehab. So probably not this week, but maybe next week we'll get him back, and KJ DeBruce as well. And so I really want to see our team what it is when it's full strength and everybody gets to dress out and play. But I'm really, really proud of our guys that step up and they don't complain. It's just next man up, and Coach, I'll do whatever I got to do to help the team.
That's good. I was sitting here the whole time. I was just thinking about composure. Late in the season, that word composure. Late in the season, you go through. You see these injuries, people coming in and out. Maurice, statistically, which stats they show a little bit, but they don't always tell the story. Statistically, probably had the worst game he's had all season. Yeah. But what's important is the score at the end of the game, right? It's 7-0. Plus, like you said, the weather was just nasty last night. So in that, moving forward, is there anything as a coach or as a coaching staff that you're trying to do to make sure that the kids stay comfortable and that they're able to stay composed as we get towards the end of the season?
Yeah, you know, and I challenge our coaches as much as I do our kids, don't get comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, like now's the time. Don't get comfortable in the weight room. I tell Coach Ruth all the time, amp it up. You know, don't go crazy, but amp it up.
Right.
Right. Stay on edge. Stay sharp. You know, like today, you know, with our quarterbacks, you know, they got hit with, because we don't let them get hit in practice, you know, but they got hit with bags. They had people around them. They had people yelling at them. Yeah. You know, we do the same thing with Jonah. You know, at the end of practice, we might have a 42-yard field goal, and we'll have people all around and yelling, just trying to distract him. Right. You know, that way when he gets in that situation in the game, man, I can do this. Yes. I did it with 40 people looking at me, staring at me, hollering at me, you know. But I'm going to tell you, Matt, the thing I'm proud of with these kids, you watch college games, you watch NFL games, like yesterday. You know, the Jets have no business beating the Eagles, right?
Right.
The Browns are missing half their team and go beat the best team in football.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So how does that happen? Professional athletes that get paid millions of dollars, not focused and locked in, right. Or, hey, we're going to play the Browns.
Right. And
Deshaun Watson's out and this guy's out. You know, we're going to roll them. You know what I mean?
Right.
These guys have not done that.
Yep.
It does not matter who we're playing. Everybody wants to talk about 2 or 3 weeks from now. I don't want to talk about 2 or 3 weeks from now. We're focused on, right now we're focused on tomorrow, but it's Jenkins.
Right.
You know, and it's homecoming, and I love homecoming, and I think our guys will tell you, I want them to experience the whole high school experience. I'm not one of them guys that wants to take things from them and, you know, put my thumb on them and all that. You know, I treat them like men, right. You know, and I expect them to make decisions like men. But it's like I told them today, there's no homecoming without a football game.
Right.
You know, and so the football game is what we're focused on, you know, and we had a great practice today. But this group of kids, whoever we play, they just focus on us and getting better that day and executing the game plan and practicing really, really fast. And I'm telling you, it's hard to do.
Yes.
But, you know, knock on wood, we have not had a trap game or a letdown. And you see it every Saturday and Sunday,
right,
with guys that are older and guys that are getting paid millions of dollars. That's their job. And they lose focus because either who they're playing or things that are going on around them, or they start feeling good about themselves. They lose that edge, you know, and it takes losing. I guarantee you watch 49ers and Eagles next week, they'll look like different. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But,
Super Bowl contenders.
And it says a lot about the character of our football team, you know, and our coaching staff, keeping our guys on edge, and you know, it's what you got to do if you want to win a championship.
Yep, I love it. And we are talking about, you know, 16 to 18-year-olds, and we've said that multiple times, but the way your coaching staff, whatever you've been able to do, the kids and who they are and their personality, they stay hungry, especially that defense and that offense too. I mean, 51 points. I mean, we're putting up points. But that defense is just, like you said, they start on the 30, they find themselves pushed back. Yeah. They're hungry every week to just be better than they were the week before. And that's all you can ask for, man. Yeah. And I hope that this week at homecoming that the Trojan community will come out and support our Trojans, not just for homecoming, but come out and support them, because we're 7-0, 2-0 in region play, and we got a darn good football team, number 1 ranked in the state, and I say that very proudly, and you guys have done a great job. As we kind of wrap up here before we get to the players of the week, Is there anything looking forward to Jenkins? Anything that we're looking at as them as a team? Anything we're focusing on? I know you've said we focus on football. We do the same things over again every week.
Well,
is there their star, an athlete, or something that stands out to
their
you?
Their defensive line's really good, really athletic. They come off the football and play hard, but they're multiple on both sides of the ball. You know, they'll be under center running wing T one series on offense, and then they'll be in spread the next. You know, and then defensively, they're in an even front, and they'll walk up an outside backer, and then the next thing you know, they're in a 5-3 or they're in a 6-2. So you've got to practice against all that stuff, you know, and you've got to – it kind of limits your game plan, you know, because you don't want to run everything against every look. So you've got to figure out ways, you know, and have some checks at the line of scrimmage and, you know, take advantage of some, you know, just do what we do, use some motions and trades and, you know, try to get advantageous numbers there, you know, but it still comes down to blocking and tackling and playing hard and not doing foolish things and, you know, winning the kicking game. And our kids will be excited and ready to play. Like I said, we had a great day today, and we'll keep getting better tomorrow, and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it. Thank you. And good luck. And go out and take care of business like you've been doing week in and week out.
Yes, sir. I do want to add this. I know I put out a Facebook post about ninth grade going undefeated, and they still are undefeated.
Right.
But they're going to play Berrien County Thursday at home at 5 o'clock. That game got canceled. Well, we played about a quarter, and then the weather got us. But they will be at home
this Thursday
at 5 o'clock against Berrien with a chance to go 7-0 and remain undefeated and all that. Really proud of that group of kids and coaches. But come out Thursday night and enjoy some of that.
Yeah, enjoy Thursday night and then come back on Friday for kickoff against Jenkins. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Come on,
Appreciate you. We're going to bring on Pooh Williams, one of our captains and Mike linebacker, as he's coming on. We just want to give a shout out and thank Mr. Robert Preston and Douglas Now for sponsoring the Chick-Fil-A Coaches Show and hosting it for us, and always feeding me some valuable information and records and just keeping me straight and being able to share that stuff with you. So thank you, Mr. Robert. He's sitting right here behind the camera. Pooh, how's it going, man?
Going good. Can't complain.
That's great. So you are captain of senior captain, right? This is your senior year, and played Mike linebacker. You guys have had a successful season. Congratulations. I'm going to ask you, like I ask all your teammates, what do you think the key to y'all's success has been this year?
Just Coach Cole staying on top of us, making sure we do the right thing at practice, and always doing outside of football, keeping a good head on our shoulders.
That's good, man. So he always commends you guys as a team and as a unit. He uses the word complementary, from special teams to defense to offense. When it comes to practice, me going back and remembering back in the day, man, we always had those jokers that was always joking around, and I've not been at practice much. I kind of envision it as a kind of a serious group, but you guys are still able to have fun. How do you keep everybody in the team as a whole? How do you keep them focused on doing your job and focusing at practice?
Well, keep them coming. I say we, ain't try to get on Coach Cole's bad side after running after practice. I can say
that's good. You don't want to run.
Don't want to run after practice. But other than that, it's just everybody staying on top of each other.
Yeah.
Seniors getting on, the younger kids, and even the juniors and sophomores, they'll get on to you. So everybody playing like a leader position on the football team. I
love that, just the accountability. Like I said, you guys seem hungry every week, and he talks about practice and how hungry you are there. So that's something special. I want to tell you that. I mean, I know you're a senior now, but that's something special. So you guys just keep that up and keep playing as hard as you can. What is right now your favorite college team?
FSU, Florida State.
Florida State. I think coaches, did he put you up to that?
No, I've been Florida State fan since I was
Well,
little.
That's a good team. I always liked Florida State, especially going back to the Bobby Bowden days when you was a little kid, probably before you were even born. But congratulations, man. 7-0, 2-0 in region, #1 ranked in the state.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy that, but at the same time, man, I want to challenge you. Just keep focusing. You guys keep playing that defense. Y'all are nasty. Straight nasty. One of the better defenses we've had in the history of Coffee football. So congratulations to you as being a captain. It's good to have you on the show. Take care. We're going to bring on our second player of the week, and as we do that, Mr. Daniel Gowan, I just want to give a shout out to Chris Wiggins, who's behind the scenes as always. He's got the wonderful technology and allows us to bring this to you. And Chris at Centerpoint Technology and Solutions can be your solution for anything technology. And we just encourage you to use him and reach out to him if you need any kind of setup with a camera or production. He's a good friend of mine and does a great job, so we appreciate Chris. Daniel, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good.
Great. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What year are you and what position do you play?
I'm a senior and I play outside wide receiver out wide.
Okay, man. Well, awesome. So you played all 4 years here at Coffee High.
Yes, sir.
What do you like best about Coach Co and your coaching staff?
I like that they brought like a personal connection, like our old coach staff, they were great coaches and we liked them, but they didn't really have that connection with the players like our coaching staff does now.
Well, that's good to hear. You get to spend every week with him on Mondays, and he's a great guy. One thing I love about Coach Co is he's challenging you to be a better individual, always focusing on your grades and then football, and challenging you to be a great young man. I love that about Coach Co. So during the off season, man, you got a lot better and improved. What were some of your focuses in the off season in order to do that?
We're really just working with Coach Booth as a team and the whole. We got faster, stronger, and I just kind of learned to do my role when I get in there, when I get my chance to make the most of it, just keep working every day.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. What's your favorite thing about this team this year?
Probably just the unselfishness, whether it's the defense sacrificing their bodies so someone else can make the play, if it's us receivers blocking out wide for the running back so we can bust the run, just all around, everybody just cheering on, guys that are playing in your spot, it's just everyone's unselfish.
That's good, man. The word says where there's unity, God commands the blessing. And I think that's genuine, too. So it's one thing to talk about it, but you see you guys every week do what you're talking about. You can feel it when the defense is successful, the offense feeds off of it, vice versa. And then I love when the young guys have gotten opportunities to play, how you guys celebrate them. So I commend you guys on that. And congratulations on right now having a great season. A lot more to be done, but I have full faith you guys will accomplish that. So your last question is who is your favorite football team? And don't disappoint me, please.
The back-to-back national champions.
Let's go. Go Dogs, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Well, Daniel, congratulations on being Player of the Week, and thank you for being with us tonight. Good luck Friday night, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys, we got a special guest with us tonight. That's going to kind of wrap up. We're going to talking football, coffee football, go Trojans. Encourage you to go out on Friday night, kick off at homecoming, and support them against Jenkins County. Be loud and make sure they're there. We're going to bring on a friend of mine and Coach Jeremy Corum. He is from CCA. Coach, welcome. I'm going to have Jeremy on more often. He brought me a little gear. So we're gonna have you on every time you bring me some gear, and we'll do that.
I got you.
It's good to have you, man. We just want to talk CCA, and it's our local private school. You guys are having some success. I just kind of want to start and let everybody know a little bit about yourself, who you are, kind of where you came from, how long you've been with CCA.
Yeah, so originally,
and what you do there. Sorry.
Yeah. No. So originally I'm from Tampa, Florida. My dad was a pastor, so we kind of moved around growing up. Had some stops at Folkestone, played at Charlton County over there, and then ended up graduating at Bainbridge High School in 2009. So from there, when God blessed me and I was able to play baseball, had the next level of Valdosta State.
Yeah.
And then transferred to Chipola Junior College, and then from there, ended up at Bruton Parker. And so finished up playing there, met a beautiful young lady there, got married, and in 2016 we came to CCA. I've been here 8 years now. Crazy, it's been that long, yeah. So have 2 kids in Wrigley, and yes, it is named after Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
I'm a big Cubs fan. And then Reese, she's my daughter. She is 12 and Wrigley's 6, and then we actually have one on the way.
Congratulations,
So,
I didn't know that.
So
man.
April 11th, right in the middle of baseball season.
That's
So,
awesome.
But so been here 8 years. love it, blessed and just happy to be here.
So if I'm correct, and you correct me if I'm not, you're the athletic director at CCA, and that means you wear multiple hats, head baseball coach as well as head softball coach, right?
Yeah, so I am the athletic director, head baseball and head softball coach. What, a lot of people may think, hey, well, that's a lot. But, you've been around, and one thing that makes CCA so special is I feel like we kind of have a hand on everything, so you appreciate a lot. And I get a chance to just impact more kids. I get a chance to really focus on the softball players and baseball players, obviously, because I'm their coach. But as well, I'm there for the basketball games.
Right.
I'm there for all the sporting events. So it's just another area that God's put me in that I'm able to bless more kids. So excited about that. And
just living the dream, right?
Hey, that's what
Just
they
living
say.
the
That's
dream.
what they say. So
Man, it's great to have you. Just as we kind of get ready to wrap this up, I know it was a short session for you, but we're going to have you on more. You guys have accomplished something pretty great this year. I think it's really kind of setting history there at CCA. I know GHSA and Georgia High School kind of moved around their rules when it comes to softball with the private schools, and you can talk a little bit about that to give us information. But you've had a good season. You've got a young team, I think, with 3 seniors. But for the first time ever, you guys are traveling to Columbus. Congratulations.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We had a couple of big wins in Briarwood Saturday, 2 one-run games, At times, this team, you wonder, man, why am I coaching, And then other times, exactly why. No, they're a special group of girls, but, we're led by 3 seniors, man. This senior group, just like all the other ones, they're special to me. When I first got to CCA, they were in 5th and 5th grade. And so just seeing them come up through the middle school program, Addie Harris, she's caught over 500 innings for me,
That's crazy.
And so you're kind of looking at that, and it's gonna feel weird seeing somebody else behind the plate next year for sure. And then you got London Osteen, who's played about everywhere I've asked her to play, does a really good job, and then Ansley Reyes. Those 3 are not only good softball players, but they're good leaders, good human beings, just really good Christian character, good students, and man, they've left the team and really showed the young girls what leadership's about. And so we're blessed with them. We finished 19-9 so far, so really good season. Get to go to Columbus. It's kind of set up in a double elimination format. So we go on to play Piedmont, really good team, but I'm excited what we can do. From there, we play 1 game Thursday at 4. Unfortunately, Brooks Waldron does our media. He's usually been going live. We're not allowed to go live, but we'll have the post-game show and everything else on our Facebook page. And then if we lose on Thursday, we play at noon on Friday again. If we win, we play at 2. So double elimination format. Man, I'm proud of the girls for how young our team is. We have 3 seniors, no juniors. And then everybody else is in 10th, 9th, and then I start actually 3 8th graders. And I got an 8th grader as a pitcher that, she does a really good job. She's my number 2. So young, just excited for, they get the experience, because we're so young. I'm looking forward to continue to go back. And this second year GIA's done it. And so it's big for our team, big for that. And as you just saw, Braves got knocked off. Sometimes it's about who's hot, in a double elimination. That's right. So I'm just hoping we can go up there and make some noise and see what happens. So.
Yeah, man. Well, we wish you the best of luck. And my kids go to CCA, so CCA has something special in my heart. And just commend you for doing a great job and pouring into these girls godly Christian principles as well on top of that. And good luck to you, man.
Yeah,
I hope
you.
You bring it home. We'll be rooting for you here in Douglas, and anything we can do to support in the future. I know we'll have you on the show again.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Thank you for being here. And as we kind of come to an end tonight, we appreciate you joining us as always. The folks out here in our dining room and also at home. Again, go back and share this video, rewatch it. You can see the players of the game, and just celebrate as you see these folks, you hear these names around the community. We're one Douglas, so one coffee. They say that CCA. We're one big family here. That's what I love about this community. I do want to leave you with a scripture this week, Acts 20:35. It's more blessed to give than it is to receive. And just a little quote here: generosity begins when you do more than you're asked to do, not because you have more than others have, but because you seek to add value to the lives of others. And I just want to encourage you, man, if you live out that principle in your life, you will truly be blessed. And you'll just genuine happiness and joy comes from serving other people. We appreciate you joining us. Join us next Monday night at 7 p.m. here on the Chick-fil-A Douglas Coaches Show. We'll see you next Monday.